for tuning in for this essential RC flight test, and today we're looking at Durafly's new Supermarine Mk5b Spitfire, a follow-up to the Mk1a that we saw a few months ago, and we reviewed that and we loved it. We flew it on 3S and 4S and it was a really good model and really enjoyed it. The main difference with this, to me, it looks like it's there's two different new schemes. There's an ETO scheme, the European Theatre of Operations scheme, which is I think what we've got here, and there's a desert scheme as well. But the spec looks more or less the same. It's 1.1 meter wingspan. You can fly it on 3 and 4S. You can, and that's a 3S or 4S 2200. It has 11 by 7 3-blade prop, and the motor is a 770 kV outrunner. And it has 6.9 gram servo, it has flaps and retracts. Okay, so let's not hang around, let's unbox it and see what we get. Okay, so that's everything unboxed. Let's look at what we've got. So we've got the fuselage, and starting at the back, we can see we're going to need to connect up this ball link. And use the proper tool to do that. Don't be tempted to use a pair of pliers, because these plastic fittings can break very easily. And that tool, you know, only costs £5 to £10, I think, and it's a well worth investment, because all these kits these days come with these ball links. And then we've got to slide on the elevator onto each side and fix that in place with some small screws from underneath, I suspect, and connect up that ball link. We've got a steerable tail wheel at the back, nice touch. Pilot is already in place under the canopy, looks pretty good. The wing is going to get attached with 4 bolts. You can see the servos for the elevator and the rudder in there. You've got from the ESC, we've got the HTX connector, I think it's an XT60, yep, on there. This comes off quite easily. There's a magnet at the back and it slides in at the front. Got the leads to go into your receiver and a strap to hold the LiPo in place. And we've got the motor is already in place, and we're just going to have to put the prop and spinner on there. You can see you've got there's some plastic fittings we're going to have to put in place. Say for the exhaust, it's going to have to go on the side there like that. Probably glue that in place, I suspect, and a few other fittings as well. Elevators that I mentioned, and a carbon joiner. Wings, and underneath got split flaps, really nice, and the ailerons. We're going to have to connect up those push rods to those ball links. The gear is already in place. And on top, see, we've got this board that everything plugs into, which reduces the number of outputs that you have to put into the receiver. So it looks nice, and again we're going to have to put some plastic fittings on, some guns, I suspect, on the wings. And what I've been told as well is you can convert this into and take the tips off. I think that's what these are for, so you get a bit more speed, I suppose, if you take these edges off. And there's a load of plastic fittings, so you can see they're the machine guns that you've got to put on the front, and there's a radio mast as well to put on top of the fuselage. The model will probably take us about 10 minutes to put together, but as with the Mk1a, the bit that takes the most of the time is putting on these decals. So I'll do that after I've had a couple of beers and I'm a bit more patient, because I'm not the most patient when it comes to putting these types of things on, but they must go on, otherwise it's not going to look that good in the sky. And then you've obviously got the spinner and the prop, which is nice with its yellow tips. That'll look good when it's spinning and coming towards us down the strip, and then the air scoop underneath. So that's it. There's a little bit of hardware as well. So we're going to put it together now and see what it looks like after it's all together. Okay, so that's assembly complete of this new Durafly Supermarine Mk5b Spitfire. It really does look very nice. It took literally 5 to 10 minutes to screw it together. It was very simple, and then gluing on the scale details, the machine guns and the exhausts on either side, and the radio mast and a few other little bits as well underneath. But that was all pretty quick. The bit that does take time, and I knew it would do, having owned the Mk5a, was putting on the transfers, the decals. But they are pre-cut out for you, so you literally have to lift them off the backing sheet and place them on the model. And there's guidance in the instructions for you to do that. And there are maybe about 20, I think, to put on, but you know, have a beer and just do it slowly of an evening. Very simple to do. So just pointing out a few things. You've got 3 lights on the model. The white light on top, and you've got red and green wingtip lights. Show you the green one on that side. It's rather nice. See how they look in the air. Show you some of the control movements. So quite large throws, but the servos are nice and smooth. We'll have to dial that down a little bit. Turning it upside down, show you the retracts. Nice and smooth, and the flaps as well. You get a lot of flap movement, so that's really going to help with slowing down for landings. As well, you can hopefully see at the back there the steerable tail wheel, which would be great for ground control. And there were these extra bits underneath to glue on, so these 2 pieces here, I don't think there was anything else to glue on underneath. That was easily done. So that's it. Looks good. So we're going to take it down the field now and fly it for the first time. Looking forward to doing that. Okay, so here we are down the flying field with the Durafly Supermarine Spitfire. Let's see how she flies. Okay.
Okay, so that's the new Durafly Supermarine Spitfire, and we've flown it around on 4S and it was a lot of fun. It really does bomb around. You can fly on 3S as well. It's going to be a bit more docile, so select your poison. I personally prefer the 4S option. And you really do have to apply the decals to get the full effect in the air. It really does look good, and with the lights as well, which you can see when you do those scorching low passes. So please look it up on hobbyking.com. That's it for this flight test. If you're interested in watching more flight tests by Essential RC, then please subscribe using the button at the top of the screen now. We also have a Facebook group. You might be interested in news, reviews and the occasional free giveaway that we do, so please join that group if you're interested. We've also started doing Facebook live streaming of coverage of shows and events in the UK that we travel to, and also the occasional unboxing of new products that we get through the door. So thanks for watching, see you next time.